Jennifer Kramer, and I'm the writer, director, producer of the narrative feature, The Sandbox, which is a young boy who struggles to reconnect with his dad who returns from Iraq still haunted by his tour of duty. And it does screen again today at noon.
I'm Deborah Levine, and my film is a feature called Wild Prairie Rose. It's set in 1952 in rural South Dakota. It's about a woman who has left her roots, returns home, and meets unexpected challenges and joy. She falls in love with a man who happens to be deaf, although the film isn't about deaf culture per se. And what happens when we have an experience that we don't expect.
Hi, my name is Monika Wilczyńska. I'm the director, screenwriter, producer, and editor of a short film that's called Who I Am. Who I Am, it's a story of a young transgender teenager who comes from a very religious family, and so they try to figure out their relationship to God and religion and to be okay in their own skin. However, it's a film that's very universal because I think it will touch anyone who felt prejudiced against and rejected because of their identity. And it has already screened on Tuesday, and it's screening again today at 6 p.m. at Harkins.
I'm Katie Sternholm, and we had a small crew for the short documentary that I have here called Edges. It's a kind of a tribute to longevity and resilience. It's about a 90-year-old figure skater, and I was the director, writer, and producer. And it screened yesterday, and it also screened Saturday morning at Harkins at 9 a.m.
So I thought it would be interesting to start the conversation, and I think we have different generations here, and I think we've all experienced different kinds of experiences as women in the industry, and I thought it would be a great icebreaker to talk about how you sort of wrangled your first job, if you know, in the industry, and what kind of challenges that you met along the way.
Yeah, so for me, I was approached to produce a narrative feature. I come from a documentary film background, but I was, after I decided to leave the corporate world, I was working, after documentary film, I was working in the advertising agency world as a business development director, and I found that I was able to pitch creative ideas, so that gave me the tools to work in film, and so I decided to get back out of the corporate world and go into narrative feature filmmaking. So I was asked to produce a narrative feature that by a young man who it turned out to be quite successful. We did it for like I want to say $20,000, might have been $22,000, and we sold it to Universal Pictures. But I think for me personally, if I'm really honest, I've always really wanted to branch out into directing and writing, and I didn't think that, I thought that that's what the guys did, and I felt very intimidated by it, so I felt that I could always just be sort of an arm's length from the creative process, but not really own it. And I found in doing this narrative feature that I was really a creative producer in the sense that I helped develop the story. I gave a lot of feedback with the script. I helped cast it. I did all the fundraising. I found all the investors. I did all the location scouting. It was just a myriad laundry list, and then I sat back and watched someone else get all the credit and have their career take off. So that was an eye-opener for me, and it wasn't at the fault of him. It was really at my own, looking at my own self, and I think that is a woman's issue, that our tendency as caretakers to take care of someone else, and as a producer, that's what I was doing, and it wasn't until I came back and I went, well, wait a minute. I think I can do this.